Welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. So as promised, I'm doing another video on crystals. You can start anytime you want. Music. Yeah, kind of really only works when you press play. Hello? Where have you gone? Come back! Oh, can't last that long. Oh my god. How long is it going to be? It's over 3 seconds. For God's sake, hurry up. Okay, well, welcome. If you've never met me before, better get off as quickly as you can, because if not, you'll be on medication for a long time to get over me. Oh, should I start again? Being silly. Okay, so as promised, everybody, welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel and welcome to a most amazing crystal. Have I talked about this crystal before? I have. It's one of my top 10 favourite crystals in the world, and there's a reason for it. Before you continue, no, maybe I'll tell you after. Okay, my memory sucks these days. I'm not eating enough hazelnuts, of course, but walnuts as well. This crystal that I'm looking at now, I've got to say, I have such admiration, respect, and I kind of look at it as one of the most powerful crystals in the world. If somebody was to say to me, which is the most gifted crystal, that would be a good video. Which is the most gifted crystals you've ever given away to people that needed help? I'm looking at them now. Anything else? Because of the uniqueness of this crystal, the fact that it only, to me, does one thing that I've seen, makes it extremely special. So I'm going to show you it now. So say hello to the most beautiful sleeping beauty. No, it doesn't make you sleep. Sleeping beauty. Now there's so many misnomers out there, so many people saying so many different things. Sleeping beauty is, of course, a mine that is heavily mined, and they're nearly, I think, out, if not out, of Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty mine has Sleeping Beauty of different various types, but depending on what type from the mine is mined, is kind of more valuable in the eyes of the dealers. So the typical Sleeping Beauty, I would say, is between, well, yeah, this one. So if I hold it next to another piece of Sleeping Beauty, you can see what I mean by light and dark. Okay, maybe another example. Light and dark. Okay, so what I'm showing you is that this is, let me show you, let me just show you them. Shut up, Mark. These are all set in beautiful silver, really strong silver, more pure than normal 925. So as you can see, they come with a kind of statement. They're not like this, all of them perfect, but if you look the other side, you can see it's actually got that very similar texture, right? So let me show you that one more back. Okay, so let me talk about Sleeping Beauty. When I was first gifted a piece of Sleeping Beauty, I thought it was basically like all turquoise, and that's another story. But how I understood this crystal was from, I would say, 3 or 4 different stories. And the stories were true events that happened to me through my client's experience of wearing them. Now, I could go back to the very first time somebody gifted me a piece, but my most favourite story is the one where I was in circle. And there were, I don't know, 50, 70 people all sat round. It was a big room in the Tamisa Golf. So they're all sat round, and as every Tuesday night came, I would do a circle night. So through the rest of the week, I'd do one-to-one healings and readings, future readings and spiritual readings and that kind of work. And then I'd pack up on a Tuesday night, get everything into boxes and bring it all down to Tamisa Golf. And I'd set all the seats all around, and I would then set my little kind of tool section in the center, and people would come from everywhere to listen and feel energy. So they'd listen to me talking, and then I'd put the music on and they'd go into a meditation, and I'd go around the room and I'd place my hands on every single soul that I felt needed a little bit of healing, strength, cleansing, clearing through the night. And it was a beautiful night. And then I'd finish off with, everybody'd wake up and say, oh, and I'd say, okay. And I'd finish off with a story at the end. So it was always kind of like a beautiful healing night for all of us. This one particular night I was setting up, and everybody'd come in, and just at the last moment, 2 people came in. And they apologised. I'm going to make this brief, okay? I'm going to shorten it right down. And for some reason, I turned and there was a crystal on my crystal table, and with a chain on. And for some reason, as I used to do, I just went with the flow. I grabbed it, and she was trying to apologise, and I'm saying it's okay. And I stuck this crystal around her neck. It probably looked similar to this. And she goes, oh, and then, says something and then goes, but I'm ready to start the night and everybody's waiting. So I start the night and I give a talk, okay? And the talk was about self-healing, right? It was like, tonight you're going to heal yourselves and I'm going to help you, but this is all about you feeling. It's all about listening inside, feeling your body. You are going to become things like this, stick up your bum or stick under your arm, and then when you go like that, you can read whether you're too hot or cold. Well, you're going to be a thermometer for your body. You're going to see if you're healthy or not. You're going to ask your body. You never ever get told how to do this in schools. They'll never tell you that. They don't want you to be a healer. They don't want you to fix yourself. That's the last thing they don't. Don't go off on one back. Stay to the plan. Stick to the plan. So I gave the talk, we're ready, healing starts. So I'm starting the healing, and I normally go from one to another, but sometimes I'm shifting and I go somewhere else, depending on how I'm feeling and what I'm feeling in the room. So I said, okay, close your eyes, everybody. Now we're going to begin the healing work. So they all starts the healing work, and one of the things I say is place one hand somewhere on your body, stomach, heart, wherever you want. Just place it wherever you want, and then hold the other hand like this. So you're going to be self-healing. Anyway, I starts going around the room, and I placed my hand on this one particular woman, and I looked, and I go, oh look, it's because I go off on one. I'm like, oh, it's the Sleeping Beauty, and I placed my hand over the Sleeping Beauty, and I lifted my other hand up, and I just felt healing taking place, and I could feel this. Anyway, cut a long story short, I continued after I finished with this lady. Anyway, next thing, when I'm right up the very top end, I hear this, oh, quite loud. Anyway, I opened my eyes and turned and saw if anything's, what's wrong? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, stop. So I continued and finished. Anyway, about a few weeks later, I did another beautiful circle. And when we finished the circle, everybody left apart from one lady. And anybody who knows me knows I forget really quickly, because when I do the work, I'm not where you think I am. I'm somewhere else. I'm in the heart, so I'm just flowing. And this woman, she's, hello, Mark. I said, oh, hi, how are you? She says, do you remember me? Kind of recognize me? I'm thinking, shit, no. You're the one who gave me a pendant the other week, a blue one. And I went, oh, yeah, I remember, yeah. Is everything okay? Gulp, is everything okay? As I am panicking. I hope I haven't done anything wrong. She went, no, I want to tell you a story, Mark. And I said, okay, please do. So I just listened. So basically what happened, she said, it was very strange that night. She says, because when I came late, but I just felt I needed to come. I was like, I had to come for some reason. And she said, you put a crystal over my neck. And I looked at everybody else, and nobody else had a crystal that was on their neck. And she says, so I don't know why you gave it me. But she says, it was really strange, because when you came to me and put your hand over my chest, she said, I could feel something immense happening. And she said, not just that, but before you actually put your hand on me, I could feel this feeling in my chest. And she says, but when you came over, I could feel it even more. And she said, then all of a sudden, I literally felt the crystal crack on me. And she said, and I'm so sorry for making a noise, but it took me by surprise. And I said, oh, I remember hearing some noise, and I didn't know what it was. She says, yeah, I'm so sorry. I said, oh, no big deal. And I said, thinking, she wants another crystal. And it's okay, I'll get you one. Why did the crystal break on me, kind of thing. Anyway, she said, I left that night, and she said, you told us all to listen and to be truthful to what you hear. And she says, coupled with that smashing and what you said and what I was feeling, she says, I must be honest, for the past months, I felt there was an issue inside here. And she said, I took note of all of these things happening, and I decided to go to the hospital. And she said, Mark, I had an x-ray, and on that x-ray showed that there was cancer. And I'm like, oh. And she said, they immediately operated. And I can tell you today that I've had another check and it's all gone. It's cleared up. And she pulled down a top like that, and there was definitely a scar, and it was a fresh one. And she said in so many words that not only that night made the difference, but the fact that she listened and that the crystal cracked, and she just wanted to thank me. And I said, there's nothing to thank. I didn't do anything. You know, you did what you did, what made this happen. So thank yourself, because most other people would just not do it and not think about it and just forget about it and just be too worried or whatever. So you took it upon yourself to be the powerful you, and you went to the hospital and you did what you had to do, and I'm glad you're healing. This particular story is on markbajerski.com homepage. If you go to markbajerski.com, and it's Mark BAJERSKI.com, and click on the home page and just scroll down slowly, you'll see what's called, I think it's Seeing the Invisible. I think. Click on Seeing the Invisible. I think it's that one. If not, it's Diary of an Accidental Psychic. Oh no, it's Seeing the Invisible. So you'll see it as audio, and you get to hear that story spoken. Okay, so listen to it. That is of one of, I would say, looking back, maybe 6 or 7 times this has happened. And what I mean by that is that certain people were going through tremendous trauma, and it wasn't just physical, it was emotional. And it was to the point where they actually believed that they were going to go into a breakdown, and the crystal exploded on them. It's a phenomenon now that many healers and many practitioners are calling Sleeping Beauty effect. And what that means is that when you wear Sleeping Beauty, if you have a really difficult issue in the body, a trauma, a heavy energy, the effect of Sleeping Beauty will explode, or it manifests and helps you feel where the issue is as well, because it's not always going to happen. And like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? You know, I don't want one of them because I don't want to know if I've got anything. But actually, don't you want to know if you've got something, rather than catching it straight away and working on that emotion, working on the physical? Wouldn't that be better than, it's too late now, mate? You're going through a massive breakdown. Oh, it's too late, mate. You're now going to have to, you know, have something removed or whatever. You understand what I mean? But for me, all I can tell you is this one thing about Sleeping Beauty. It's nothing like turquoise in other turquoises from different mines. It's a unique, gifted ability. Now, you may ask me, how does it work? And for me, it's been a pondering moment of many years. Because unlike tektite, which absorbs negative energy and just dissipates, and like, wow, the tektite's amazing. Doesn't matter what energy I'm working in, whether somebody feels that they've got evil inside them or whether I'm doing a cleansing or whatever, the tektite's always beautiful. It's always as if it just dispels the energy once it goes inside. Where it goes to, who knows? But the tektite is still beautiful. With turquoise, it's either or, and I can't tell you. I don't know. So I don't know whether it absorbs and then it gets to a point where it can't cope with that energy and just bursts. If it is that, which I kind of tend to believe it is, then, and I have to be careful here, because if you wear it and then turn around and say something's wrong with you and it never picked it up, then you're going to blame me. So I'm just saying it happened to a few people, and many people told me about Sleeping Beauty, how it helped them in different ways. And those ways are always connected to you feel more, in the sense of becoming your own doctor. So your body tells you, it highlights a place in the body that needs healing. So like, I like wearing it because it gives me information that, oh, my body needs sorting here. Oh, something's not quite right here. Let me work on it. So rather than, cure, I actually don't want to cure. I just want to maintain my body health in physical and emotional. That's why I always wore Sleeping Beauty. I have lots of Sleeping Beauties from the past. I always bought Sleeping Beauties because I gifted and gifted and gifted, because it's an amazing crystal to keep you nice and balanced and feeling good. And you know what? If you don't feel good, it'll tell you. And that, okay, I need to work on that today. Oh, this emotion's not good for me. Oh, I need to work on that. So it highlights points of the physical body, the energy which is disrupted, traumatized, blocked. It has this unique ability to focus on it and to let you know something needs to be sorted. Now, ask me anything else about turquoise, Sleeping Beauty. I don't really know, because my focus was only on that. Just like tektite. What's tektite good for? For me, one thing, but there's so many other things. But I like to focus on one crystal, on one thing that says, okay, I know this is going to be good for that, because I've seen it through my clients' experiences. So yeah, I mean, I could go on all day, and I said I'd try and keep it for 10 minutes, but look, we're on 20 minutes now. But there you go. My most favorite crystal. I hate saying this, but the price has skyrocketed again. This particular collection, I am now going to put on the website in the next day or so. This you're going to look at, and then look at my other Sleeping Beauties and say, they're a lot of money compared to your other ones. Yeah, they are, because they've gone up. Not my fault. So buy the other ones. Yeah, but I like the ones you did on the camera. Why? They're the same. Just feel the pull to the crystal that you like, or go to your local crystal store. I ain't winding you up, guys. I'm telling you, these have gone up like at least double. But because the mine, and this is like conflicting messages all the time, the mine's closed, there's nothing in the mine, or there is a little bit in the mine and there's still a little bit left. Oh, no, I don't know. All I know is that all I keep hearing is that it's becoming harder and harder to the point where you're not going to get it at all. So a great investment, because you might not be able to get any at all unless you know somebody who's willing to sell it, and then the price goes up like Moldavite. So there you go. There's the collection. And it's definitely in my top 10 working tools, crystals, for sure. So I hope this video serves you well. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope that you take it upon yourself to go to my website and listen to the real story, because that was when it was more fresh in my mind. So what I've told you might not be fresh, so there's more to the story, so you might enjoy it. So remember, you go to markbajerski.com, click on the home page, scroll down till you see Seeing My Book, which is audio, Seeing the Invisible audio, and click on it and you get to hear the story. Not in my voice, not in the Yorkshire voice, but in a posh man's voice, who I was very, very pleased that he did the audio. So there you go, that's it. Do I love Sleeping Beauty? With all my heart. Thank you guys for going to markbajerski.com and buying your authentic oils, crystals, incense, and now teas. Stay amazing.